HawkTalk continues tonight from Catahoula's. HawkTalk brought to you by Guerrero and Guerrero, proud to be the official law firm of the ULM Warhawks. Go Warhawks and go Guerrero. Well, we've got our two seniors here to wrap this program up tonight as Carson Jones joins us first. Carson Orton will go in our next segment, which I told him during the break. I said that's how I wanted it anyway. I let them choose, and I said, but I wanted Giggles last because I've been promoting this thing all week. But Giggles and I have a history, and we're going to talk about that coming up here in our last segment. So Carson Jones, though, joins us, and Carson coming off a huge weekend with the 4 hits, 3 of them for extra bases. I think it should have been 5 hits, but I got to go back and rewatch a play because I think it should be 5, and they ruled it an error, and I'm going, it's deep in the hole, it's short, I think it's a hit. But anyway, I mean, you've been in a tough spot this year. I mean, when you break it down, what you've done in your career here, I mean, you came here right before COVID hit. You got that extra year, so you've spent 4 full seasons,
right,
and you've been here for part of 5 anyway. But you had been in a starting role the last 3 years, and this year you have been a guy to come off the bench, pinch hit every now and then, come in defensively, whatever it is. How hard was that for you this year to go from a starting role to being a guy that's a role player?
You know, it's been really tough. You know, coming off the bench, especially late in the game, you know, you're sitting around. It's been, you know, a couple hours since you hit BP or took any ground balls. It's really tough, but yeah, it's nice knowing you're going in and you're gonna have to make a meaningful play or have a big at bat and help the team win in that way. So.
You know, to accept that role, and I know it's got to be hard as a fifth-year guy, but to accept that role and be in that spot and just continue to work and know that you're going to get an opportunity at some point, how do you kind of keep that drive going and to know that you're going to be called upon at some point anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. It was really tough for me. Yeah, you know, it is hard, especially knowing like it's the last year. It's tough to be like, dang, let me go hit extra in the cage, or let me go get some extra ground balls or anything like that. But yeah, you know, I kind of look forward to moments like this weekend where I was like, you know, when I do get my opportunity, I want to be ready. So that's kind of what kept me going.
And that you were ready this weekend, and I think the other thing that's kind of helped you in some of these opportunities, if it sounds weird to put it this way, but your batting average hasn't been very good
Not
this
very
year.
good at all, no.
But you're not, and I said it at one point, I said, Carson's not a .062 hitter or whatever it was. I said, we know that. You know, he's been here for parts of 5 seasons, and we know that about him. But a lot of times I think the opponents look at it and see, okay, we're going to pitch around Matt Abshire or Jason Zvakoski or whoever it is that's hitting ahead of you in the order. And then you come through this weekend, you got that single, and then it followed with the triple off the wall in left center. Just how much of it for you is about just keeping that little bit of confidence, because you know you're better than what the numbers are,
yeah.
But to be able to get some consistent at-bats too this week, just how much did that help?
Consistent at-bats help a lot.
Yeah.
You know, coming in with one at-bat every week or every 2 weeks, it's hard to get in a rhythm. You know, like being a pinch hitter, like it's way harder than you know, being in the lineup every day. But yeah.
To get that first hit Friday, or Saturday, I think it was. What's kind of going through your head? Just, I know you've had some balls this year too that even when you have pinch hit, that you hit it right at somebody or you just have a little bit of bad luck too. Just what is it a little bit of relief just to see that first hit?
The first hit Friday was nice, or Saturday.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like a big sigh of relief, and I was like, all right, yeah, like settle in, you know, just play how you can play.
So, I mean, the rest of the weekend, I mean, then you're hitting balls in the gap the rest of the weekend. You know, you get the 3 RBI triple that, you know, they dive for it. They can't make the play because you hit it right in between the 2 guys and maybe cause a little bit of a communication issue there. But to get the triple in that spot, you know, 2 outs in the inning, make it a 6-run inning, just what were you looking for going back to the plate after you got that hit, got a little bit of confidence now? What are you looking for in a bases-loaded 2-out situation?
Well, I figured they were going to flip in some breaking balls. Just with, you know, bases being loaded, you really don't see a lot of fastballs there. And, you know, I was able to connect with the pitch and drive it in the gap. So,
as far as that ball getting down, I mean, they laid out for it, didn't make the play. What are you seeing as you're going around the bases?
Yeah, I'm rounding first, and I'm like, oh, drop it. And I saw him dive and drop it, and I was just running as fast as I could. I was pretty fired up. So.
Unfortunately, you don't end up scoring there, but, you end up on the night with those 2 hits. You get 2 more, the two RBI doubles on Sunday, and I believe one of my calls was something like "Get hot, Carson Jones," because it was the second one. You knew it off the bat. I could see from upstairs that ball's getting down in the gap. It's going to roll. To have the triple, to have the base hit, you come into Sunday, you get another chance to play, and like we talked about, consistent at bats are everything. It seemed like you were pretty confident at the plate Sunday. Just what are you seeing on and what you do to get those pair of RBI doubles there to get the offense going?
I just want to see a pitch up in the zone. They're throwing some breaking balls, and just didn't want to chase anything low, so I was kind of looking for a breaking ball up, and I did work into it was 2 strikes and full count my first at bat, and then I got a heater. Luckily, got on top of it a little bit, and then second at bat, I figured I was going to get a breaking ball since I got a heater last time, and I was just able to capitalize on it.
I know I've heard from a lot of other guys this year on the offensive side that now that you're working with Kyle Kilgo and some of the things that he's changed from the offensive standpoint, just kind of the way he talks, the lingo about it and everything, to be able to get into some of those scouting reports on the guys. And I know anytime a new pitcher comes in, he comes out, you guys all gather, you're going over everything. Sunday, you got the first RBI of any player in the Sun Belt against Gant Starling. He hadn't given up an earned run to anybody in the Sun Belt all year, and you get that RBI double. But you guys had a chance to see him throw Friday night.
Right.
How much between that scouting report and a chance to see a guy throw on Friday, get that extra arm in the game on Friday night, how much does that help in a situation on Sunday?
It helps a lot. The Friday he was probably at his sharpest, and then he has to throw again on Sunday, and he's not going to be as crisp. But he's got really good pitches, and luckily I saw some guys before me get a bunch of breaking balls, and so there's a pretty good chance I'm going to get that. So I was kind of sitting on it. So
talking about it's been limited opportunities for you this year, but that also I think speaks to the depth that you guys have in the middle infield this year, and to bring in guys like Hassani, to bring in Colby Lunsford, to just get some of those things. I mean, Cade's still in the mix there and doing some of those things. And how much of it for guys like you and Cade and Hassani, I mean, you guys have all kind of rotated in different spots at different times. How much of it is just work, doing the robism, work while you wait and be ready for that opportunity?
Yeah, we're always just having to stay crisp and stay ready. You never really know, who's going to be in the lineup sometimes, so you just always got to be working and be ready to go in.
I mean, this is 5 years, and I'm sure it's flown by for
it's
you.
been pretty
sure.
Quick, yeah.
How have you seen this program change over 5 years?
Yeah, just walking in the front doors, it's way different. When I first got here, we had a completely different locker room. The field was dirt and grass, like completely different, and it's really cool to see how much it's grown and see how much it's just gotten better in general. So it's exciting.
I know you made that decision to go to that school down south initially, but you ended up here. How well has that worked out for you in the end?
It's been awesome. Just being around my family, and it's been really cool to have them at pretty much all the games, and just knowing that they're always there to support me.
To be back too, and to be around your siblings and be able to go to their things too and stuff like that. How much fun how much have you enjoyed being able to do that too?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. My youngest sister Emery, she pitches, and I get to go watch her pitch all the time. And my middle sister Avery, she doesn't play a sport, but you go like hang out with her or something. Since she's not an athlete and whatnot, but it's fun.
I know I've talked to you about this before, but there's a lot of local guys in this program, more than there used to be for sure. Whether it's West Monroe guys, Sterlington guys, Zach Shaw from Ouachita. I mean, you got a good base and some OCS guys too now. Just how much you guys in particular take pride in playing for this program and playing for your hometown team?
It's really cool actually. Growing up, I always came to ULM games. Pretty much every local guy is always coming to ULM games. So it's been really cool playing for the team that I've grown up watching my whole life.
Do the regional rivalries maybe mean a little bit more to you guys too when you play a Lafayette or a Northwestern or a La Tech? Does it mean more to you guys too?
Yeah, just growing up hearing about Tech. Tech's really the one that stands out to me, just being a rivalry game. So yeah, it does mean a little bit more.
You've been through this. I mean, 14 of you guys are walking for Senior Day this Friday night. And like I was talking about with Coach Fed, I mean, between you being here 5 years, and I call him Dr. Cam now because he's been here 6 years and 3 degrees and all that. And, you know, and Giggles has been here 4 years. And, I mean, you got some guys that have been together for a long time. How tough is this weekend from that standpoint of it's guys that you've been taking the field with for, 4 or 5 years, and this is the last time to take the field with them?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, it really didn't sink in until, we lost the game on Sunday, and I was like, wow, like, we got 3 games left together. That's crazy. You know, I feel like it was just yesterday. I was a freshman, and, I had 4 years left. I guess 5 for me, but, yeah, it's pretty wild.
What's going to be the thing you do this weekend when you have a chance to be out on the field? Do you maybe do something to try to remember what it feels like to be out there? Do you just kind of maybe take in the moment a little more this weekend?
I guess I really hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
I guess I just want to go out there and just have some fun playing the game. Yeah.
I know it's hard for you seniors because you guys are gone. It's over after this year. You see the base, though, that's here. I mean, you guys have helped lay this foundation for this program. You guys have, there's a good group that's coming back, has the ability to come back. There's a great recruiting class coming in, too. How much, like Coach Fed talked about, it's going and winning a weekend, letting you guys leave with a winning weekend, but also helping establish that. How much pride do you guys take in helping to continue to establish that foundation that this program can continue to grow?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see this program succeed in the future. Yeah, I think it would be huge to win this last weekend. Just kind of finish the season off and finish our careers off with a win, and yeah, that should be super exciting.
What's ahead for Carson Jones outside of baseball? Have
you
figured that out yet?
Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't have had an answer like in the fall, but yeah, I'm attending PT school at ULM in August. So yeah, that'll be a 3-year process, and after that, be a physical therapist. So
there you go. You want to stick around the game at all, or how you?
I don't know yet. It'd be really cool. Colton knows a lot of stuff about just recovery and stuff like that. So I'll for sure be talking to him, and it'd be cool to work with athletes in the therapy setting in the future. So.
Carson, congrats. It's been great watching you over the last 4 years in particular that you've been playing. And, man, I was thrilled for you to have the weekend that you had this past weekend. That was phenomenal. But best of luck with your future. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Carson Jones with us here on Hawk Talk tonight.